I'm the one that usually schemes the idea, and then I tell my wife, and then she's the one that kind of closes the office door, and 3 hours later she comes up with this brilliant idea.
How I got the name, it just sprang to mind when Bob mentioned that he wanted to use that photo that we had for his wine label, and what should we call it? And I said, it's momentum. It's because we keep moving forward.
The one thing that I did bring to the table is she had taken a photograph of the boys back in late 2004, fall of 2004, and our home's not too far away from a park, and so the boys were walking at that time, but they were in these K rear walkers.
And they took to them right away. It was like they'd always had them, and they started walking. And I remember when they took that turn to go down the sidewalk to go to the park, I just thought, wow, they're independent. They know what they're doing. This is great. And I snapped that photo, and I just remember feeling, life may be a little bit different from what I thought, but it's good. And I always loved that photo. And when Bob said he wanted to use it for his wine label, we thought, well, it's just a photo. We want to make it look more like a drawing.
It really, I think that was the pinnacle of my boys' existence in their physical bodies, because shortly thereafter, they basically within about a 3 to 6 month period of time, they went from that to being full quads. And so that was sort of our trademark photo. I love that photo. I look at it often. And so I wanted to do something with that. And so I told her, I said, this is the photo I want on the label. I don't quite know how we're going to do this. And that label has gone through like 5 generations of change from a picture standpoint. And so she didn't need 3 hours. She immediately said momentum. And I thought that was cool. So I Googled momentum just to see what the definition was. And it happened to be this really powerful sort of like impelling force and motion. And it really kind of, it sort of encapsulated the photo of what it was that I was trying to get across. And it was power, it was forward, there was hope there. And what we had gone through those previous 6 years, because mind you, this label was started to be created in 10, 11, somewhere in there. So we had gone through 6 years of war, basically with the disease, which we won, by the way. And it really just sort of, just one word sort of just encapsulated what it was that we were doing for those last 6 years. And then when Sonia wrote the back label, that's never changed, it never will change. Because that sort of describes what we've kind of had to deal with. So hopefully they'll bury me with a bottle when the time comes.